This story begins with a girl named Charlotte. She was running to save her life. Some soldiers were chasing her, but they suddenly stopped. One of them told everyone that in this forest there was a demon lord who hated humans and killed them. They stopped right there, but Charlotte kept on running and suddenly she fell from the edge. She saw a house, but fainted. In the morning, Alan was reading the news of a wicked woman. Suddenly he felt something and went into the forest. He saw some animals gathering, and when he went closer all the animals left. She was Charlotte. He grabbed her and thought that she might be running from her abductor. He felt someone's presence and used his magic. He was a soldier. When the soldier tried to attack him, Alan again used his illusion magic, and suddenly a great number of soldiers came out. They asked Alan to return the lady, but he refused. One of them tried to attack him, but he beat him pretty well. Now he told them that if he had to choose someone's side, then this would be the side of that faint girl. Suddenly all the soldiers tried to attack him, but he used his magic and froze them. The head asked if he was the demon lord. He said yes in a vicious way. Now he again used his magic, and everyone was about to sleep. Now Alan asked what happened with the girl. Everyone said the lines that he wanted. Now the soldiers left, and he took Charlotte to his house. He was reading the newspaper again and she woke up. She was scared, but he ordered her to take the tea. She took it and he asked what happened. She told him that before fainting she saw a mansion and wanted to go there. He told her that it was that mansion. Now he started reading the paper loudly. She was scared and said this was a lie. He went closer and started looking into her eyes. He told her that he could sense lies easily. She started crying and he asked what happened. Out of his embarrassment, she started telling him. Prince Cecil summoned her in front of everyone. All the people were whispering that Charlotte was the daughter of a mistress. The prince had not talked with her for once since they got engaged. When she went closer, Prince Cecil started blaming her for the crimes she had not done. He arrested her for no real mistake. Alan thought that Prince might not wanted to get married to the daughter of a mistress, or might be there were another woman in his life. Charlotte thanked him for his kindness and asked to leave, but he asked her if she was good at cleaning. She replied yes. He offered her to do household stuff and he'd give her 3 meals a day, but she refused to bother him further. He sat and started telling her a story. He told her that once he helped a group, and they had a good time together, but they used him for a gate opening. They left him alone, but he always wanted someone to live here with him. She was crying after listening to his story and he thought how innocent she was who believed in his story. She again refused, but he cast a spell on himself and said he'd die in some minutes if she did not agree. She was scared and worried. This was how he made her stay with him. Now she had cleaned everything pretty well. Alan came and thought that when he had rescued her, her hands were rough. Charlotte told him that she didn't do a lot of work because he had helped her a lot in trashing the waste. She said that he didn't need her, but he said he wasn't good at managing things, so she might be a good help for him. Now she humbly asked him what to do next. He was shocked and said she was free and could do whatever she wanted to. He said he had some work so she could stay and do whatever she wanted to. She asked if he wasn't afraid that she might state something, and he replied that there was no money because he had spent all the money on buying new things for her. He went inside the library and Charlotte was shocked. He told her not to disturb him because he didn't want anybody to interfere with his work. He even wasn't used to socialism. He started reading the magical theories of others and rejected them because he loved to do so. It was so late, and he remembered about Charlotte when he stood up. He saw her, she was counting, and he was shocked. Now they sat and he asked about her hobbies and how she spent her time in the palace. She told him that by doing cleaning, getting married, life practice classes were all she did to spend time. He was shocked and asked if she had enjoyed something recently. She told him that her little sister Natalia had given her a fruit and she really loved it. Because she had not eaten such a meal, he was just frustrated. She asked why his face was like that. He told her that he was born with that face. Even in school he loved to do naughty and disturbing things. He decided and told her that he'd give her a crash course of all the naughty things in the world. On the dinner table there were a lot of things and Alan told her that from now on he'll teach her naughty things. On asking, he told her that the pleasure we got after doing things called naughty things. He asked her if she had some bad to say about her family, but she said they were very nice, and he told her that teaching starts now. He opened the things with his magic. She was shocked because it was all sweet things. He showed her how to eat roughly, but she told him that he had to eat a proper dinner. He serves her a piece of cake and asks her to eat it, but she refuses, and he blackmails her that he'll cast a death magic at himself. She agreed and she also asked him to join, but he refused and said he didn't like sweets. She asked why he did that and spent a lot of money on her. He told her that he just wanted to make her happy. She took a bite and started crying. On asking, she told him that it felt very joyful to hear that someone was concerned about her happiness. He told her that from now on he'll serve the food she would like and take her to the different sides of the world and will make her happy. She asked him to join her in eating food and he also ate the cake. Now in the library, he thought that Charlotte was a stranger to him, but he had decided to give her naughty teaching. he had also preserved the cakes with his magic for her latter appetite. In the morning he woke up late because he was working late at night on making a list book for Charlotte. When he read it, he realized that these things would only make him happy. Charlotte would not be happy with these plans, and he wasted the book. Now he went out and Charlotte was cleaning. She asked him why he didn't get a night of good sleep. He didn't tell her about the book, and he asked what she was doing. She told him that she was about to clean the entrance, but he told her that she didn't have to do so. He was just staring at her beauty, but she said she had a routine to do so, and he thought that her life wasn't very easy. He thought that she even didn't say a bad word about her family and fiancé. He thought if he had been in her place, he would have killed the prince. He was just thinking about her, and he heard a sound. He went out and it was Mia-cha, who delivered Alan's mail to him. He was shocked. She introduced herself and said she knew about Charlotte because she delivers newspapers too. He tried to cast his magic, but Mia-cha said she wasn't concerned with anyone at the owner's place, and she would not tell anyone about Charlotte. She delivered Alan's mail and Alan asked her to deliver a box for him. She told him that he was young, and he had to live in a city. But he said he was okay to be there because when kids tried to check Demon Lord and saw him, they got shocked and ran. That's why everyone calls him a Demon Lord. Now Mia-cha asked Alan if he wanted something else because her company delivers every kind of thing. She showed him in the catalogs. But he asked Charlotte to select. She was shy, and he told her if she would not select anything then he would buy all the things. Mia-cha teased Charlotte that if she were in her place, she would buy all the things she wanted to. Now Mia-cha started teasing Alan. After some days Mia-cha delivered the things Charlotte ordered. She was very happy. Alan thought that Charlotte and Mia-cha had attached a lot, and Mia-cha told him that she had also brought his order. It was a huge package. He said that it was for Charlotte. When he opened it, there was a punching bag. He said he ordered it to teach Charlotte naughty things. Mia-cha went lusty and Alan got shy and angry. He stuck the picture of the prince on the bag and told Charlotte to start punching and release her stress and frustration. But she refused and said she owed her life to her family because they had grown her up, and Alan thought that his plan wasn't similar to Charlotte's thinking because he had thought something else. She was a little sad and Mia-cha told him to leave her alone for some time, but he held her hands and told Charlotte to punch him instead of the punching bag. Charlotte was shocked and refused it, but Alan spelled the glove and Charlotte punched him without any desire. She was very sorry for that, and he told her that he manipulated her glove. Mia-cha was also worried. She was concerned about his wounds. He told her that he'd never leave her alone, that he'd be on her side always, but she was worried about his bleeding. He healed his wounds with magic, and she told him that this was the fact that he got hurt. He understood her point of view and she said her heart wasn't that strong to bear all of this stuff. He told her that he'd be on her side for her entire life, and Mia-cha was very happy. Alan asked her to take back the punching bag and she asked him to continue ordering from her company. She also suggested to him some family planning things, but he was clueless. Someone was peeking. Now what will happen next in this story? Subscribe to the channel for the latest updates.